All right, this video is for our Project 3 Build Your Own World submission. Me and Nathan will just walk you through like some of the features of our game and then our ambition scores. So the first thing that happens when you, let me hide this. Yeah, so the first thing that happens when you launch the program is that you're greeted with this main menu. You have the initial three options to load in your game, and below them are the controls you have or the key bindings for when you're actually inside the game itself. So I'll first start off by loading in a new game. So I'll click N, and it should be visible on this keyword below. So N, and then now I enter a seed that ends with S. So I can just do like 5453S, and now you are you spawn into this world. You can see that initially we have a constricted view, and using WASD, we can actually walk around the world. For testing purposes, I can actually show you the whole world through clicking L, and you can see this is our entire world. As you may notice when walking around, we have these different entities that are actually approaching me. The main objective of the game is to collect all three of these stars, as also shown by this counter here, without losing all three of your lives. And you lose a life when you collide with an entity, and I'll show you that later. But before that, I'll walk around a little bit more, and then I will show the loading and saving feature of our game. So if you want to quit a game and then resume it at a later point, what you can do is you can use :Q. To quit the game, it'll say you quit. Now, if at any point we want to relaunch, we can just do that. And now here, instead of clicking new game, we can just click L for load game. I'll click L, and then you'll notice we ended up in the exact same state as we were last time. So now I'll talk a little bit about our ambition features. So perhaps the first, the main one you may have noticed is the entities moving towards the character. This is our first feature, and then another feature that's part of this is that if you were to click R, you can actually see the shortest path from the entity towards the user player or towards like the character you're guiding. Yeah, I'll click it one more time. And then some other and then a small ambition feature we have is the showing of like the time here. Yeah, in our heads up display. Additionally, when we move our cursor, you can see that the heads up display gets updated with what our cursor is currently hovering over. So now I'm actually going to walk towards this merchant, and then I can have Nathan explain what happens.
Okay, so this merchant is part of like the interactivity of our world, which is another ambition point. To interact with the merchant, you press Q when you're on the left of the merchant. And then once you do that, you can see on our top left corner, we have our inventory is we bought a torch. We can buy up to 2 torches max. And to use one of our torches, we would press F to swap from our fist to whatever items we have. In this case, we have 2 torches. So some stuff about our torches is that if we walk around in our torches, while holding our torches, our visibility goes up. We can see more of the world, but eventually this will die down after a while. And then once it dies down, another cool feature, is if holding a torch, you can also press Q to expand that torch's view. This will also use up more of the torch's ability, right? Okay, and yeah, and you can see more of the world here, but this will also use more of like the torch's fire, and then so it would go out sooner.
Yeah,
We
perfect. Go for it.
we also have like stars, which Farzan can explain.
Yeah, so we have these stars, and again, as I mentioned earlier, the aim of like the way you can win in this game is if you collect all the stars without the entities colliding. So first, I'll actually show an example of what happens when an entity collides with me. So, as you can see through our explanation, these two entities have been like getting closer and closer to the player, and I'll show you that when we collide with an entity, the sound gets played, and then the entities respawn at two random locations uh, in the map. Now I'll collect a star, and you should hear another noise. All right, perfect. And then, yeah, I'll just finish this off by hopefully winning the game. This shouldn't be too bad. So,
Yeah, and we win the game by collecting all these stars.
yeah, exactly. Let's see, let me put this here. And yeah, let me collect this final star. Yeah, and then once you collect all of the stars, then you win. If for any reason like you die and like you collided entities multiple times, it'll just show a screen saying you lose. Okay, so that was our build your own world presentation. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you.
Here's
Yeah, I mean I can just cut this part out. So whatever. Let me just stop the recording.
what was it? Post credit scenes?
Post credit scenes.
Yeah.
No,
You
yeah,
should
we
add
should keep
these
this. We should keep this. We should keep this.
in. Yo.